Sleep paralysis was also another one in a camp. So I couldn't move. But that room that we were in, the Tanki was one of my detail mate. He said that this place is not clean. Okay, there's an uncle that sits right at the end of the bunk. There was an old platoon that used to be here. So this guy kena sign extra. He said that fuck, he was sitting beside me. I cannot move. He was sitting beside me. So that night, we all got a sign extra. We stayed in there. I couldn't move. I really couldn't move.
But did you see anything? Or something
I just couldn't move. So I don't understand. Was it sleep paralysis? But at that moment, right, I could actually say a prayer. I could say Om Tov. I could do all this. So if you say that I'm sleeping, I can't be. I exactly know what to react. Sleep, you don't do this reaction.
I really don't feel good. I'm getting a...
Is there anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.
Okay, so the first one was this was in Pattaya. What happened was I took a bath. So it was a family trip. We took a bath, and we said we're going to go dinner after that. After bath, I dried and threw my towel on the veranda. The veranda was facing the road that leads down to the main street. So on the way back, after dinner, enjoyed everything. On the way back, at the bottom of the hotel, there's this guy that was selling cuttlefish. On the roadside, they barbecue the cuttlefish, right? So I said, okay, let's do it, let's buy it. So everyone was crowding around the cuttlefish. And I was the only one that looked up. The whole building, right, there was no tower. Only my floor has got a tower. And beside the tower was this black shadow. You know, like looking down, you know. And I knew exactly what it was. Right? Then I said, hey, y'all go up first. So they went up to confirm for me, right? No one was in the room. And then when I went to the room, I looked down. There was no other tower that's in the veranda, on the balcony. It's a shadow. It's pure shadow. It's fully black kind of thing. No nothing. Just the shape of the shadow. Just there for it. Yeah.
And you couldn't have mistook it for a plant or something that was...
No plants in the balcony. Nothing at all. And you can feel that the guy is looking at you. Those kind of feeling. Yeah. So that was the very, very first one. Okay, so the second one, right? So certain parts of this must be cut off. So I was doing my NS in Pulau Briyani. Pulau Briyani is a naval base that's alongside Sentosa.
Yeah.
I was the regimental police of it, right? And at that night, I was actually looking after the missile silo. So there's these two gates here, right? The guard post is here. And this is the road that leads upwards. Okay, and on this side is the grass patch. And behind here, these are all the warehouses. Okay. We need to stand the sentry here while waiting for the trucks to come up here. My midnight shift was from 2 to 4. It was about, and at the time they were still building the container terminal. So every night you will hear people shouting on the loudspeaker, telling instructions. You have no idea what they're talking about. I know they're giving instructions. On that night itself, at about 2+, I heard a lady singing. It's like a radio. And it's Chinese. I'm like, screw it lah, maybe someone left the radio on. But who the hell left the radio on it? And at that time, at 2+, right now, who left the radio? So I was a little scared already lah. No, I'm not going to walk too far behind. I need to be in the sentry. And I was looking at, is it a warehouse? Somebody a little bit on. But the sound is everywhere. Basically, it's everywhere. I waited for a while. At the time, 98.7 was the radio station, right? So I was like listening. Okay, cool, chill. I thought it was the loudspeaker from the shipyard, but it's not.
So it was not on the speaker. You could hear the sound around you.
Yeah, exactly. So I was moving around trying to figure out where the speaker is coming from. There was no speaker.
But did your partner hear it?
Okay, everyone was sleeping, like 3 of us, right? Each one, 12 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6.
But a solo sentry.
I was a solo sentry. So I was then 3+. 8:20, I said, fuck it, I'm going to ask my IC. So I woke him up. Hey, can you come out for a while? So he's half days, he woke up. Can you do me a favor? But I hear someone singing. Can you hear or not? So he very garang lah. he took out this huge torch. Those last time was those huge halogen torch. Just shine and shine and shine and shine. Nothing lah. Hey, 20 more minutes, hand over already. Just tahan like 20 minutes. I
He
cannot
also
hear.
heard the sound.
No, he didn't hear this. I can.
But you still can hear it.
Yeah, I can still hear it. So he said nothing lah. Just wait another 20 minutes, hand over, then go and sleep lah. So in front of the grass patch, right, it's totally dark. Right? There's nothing you can see. Okay, there's nothing you can see, and it's like okay lah, fuck it lah. Then 20 minutes right now. Then forget about it lah. Let's hand over. So 20 minutes later, I handed over. I didn't see anything. That's the only way to go, right? Don't say anything, hand over. So I went to sleep, and I was peaceful sleep after
You
that.
didn't tell the guy anything lah.
Not at all. Not at all. So the next day, right, going back, the third shift guy didn't say anything at all. But my IC came up to me. Actually, I heard it. He said, I'm so fucking scared. So I went to sleep. Fuck off here.
The guy who told you said 20 minutes more.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
IC.
yeah.
Actually, he heard it as well. What's the song about? Is there a...
There's no tune. There was no tune. There was not like... There's no such thing as like Teresa thing kind of song. No, don't have. It's just this lady singing.
So someone is singing.
Yeah.
It's not like a music is playing on the radio. It's someone singing, actually singing.
Yeah. It's someone is actually singing. But
you do understand the words of the song? Because it's Chinese.
it's in Chinese.
But you,
I can understand. I can understand,
What
but
was it about?
but it didn't mean anything. So we was trying to figure out. It wasn't a tune a popular tune at the time.
Yeah.
It's those olden,
Very 60s.
yeah,
50s.
those kind of music.
What's interesting as well, because when you brought it up, is as you're walking, you still can hear the sound around you. It's like as if it's following you. It's not as if you move away and the sound gets
Oh yeah,
softer
correct.
or
No,
louder.
it's all around. Yes. So it's like surround sound. So I thought it was behind warehouse, but warehouse there's nobody. Not at that time of the night.
Yeah.
We know that. I know that it's not at the time of the night.
So for the warehouse, you walk back even to the guardhouse where you talk to your IC. It was still very clear to you. The sound was very clear.
Very clear.
You did not move away. It was...
Okay, so the guard house, right?
Yeah.
The guard house, I need to stay here. I don't need to walk around.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guys are sleeping in the guard house.
Yeah.
Okay, so this area are all fence.
Yeah.
The furthest I walked was until here, just to look, see whether if there was anyone. Okay, last one. So this is, I was working at the time. I'm IT, right? So I'm supposed to be working with this European counterpart.
Okay.
So I can only start working with them about 4 plus 5 o'clock because of time zone difference, right? So let me draw out this thing, okay? Okay, so this is an L-shaped table. The computer is here. This is something here, and then near this, then there's this. This is a pantry. Okay, then this is the glass door. Okay, so I'm sitting here, my colleague was sitting here, and I'm facing this frosted glass. Okay, so I was walking along here, at the time it was 4 plus 5, everyone has left. That's the only time that I could be working on this computer. There's no light in the pantry, all the lights are turned on.
On.
All the lights are turned on. So we were working, and because they were doing remote work, right? I was facing the frosted glass.
Yeah.
I actually saw shadows walking the frosted glass. And it is not just one shadow. It's a lot of shadow walking back and forth. So the first thought is, right? I started to look around. Got any light source or not? Because only light source can create shadows.
Yeah.
Within an office environment, there's no light source. They're all shutting down.
Yeah.
You say 1 and 2, okay lah, 1 and 2 lah. A lot, no. It's walking back and forth, So I keep looking until it was about 6:30. Everywhere starts to feel very uncomfortable already. Okay, goosebumps starts to come up and stuff like that. And I said, okay guys, 6:30 already. I really want to go back here. He says, okay. So I left the place without even locking up, left the lights all on, and just left the place. Okay, without saying anything, so me and my colleague, we walked off. We didn't say anything. We walked off and we went for dinner. So the first thing, after we ordered our food, the first thing I said, how do you feel earlier? Right?
Yeah.
I said, I was praying all the time. Yeah, he said the goosebumps at the back of my neck, it was up all the time. I was praying all the time.
But he didn't see what, because his back was facing.
Exactly.
So what triggered him to just...
I have no idea. he said it was really very bad. My goosebumps were coming up. Yeah, and the building is still there. But a lot of stories about the building lah. Okay. SLF.
But share some of the stories that you heard from the place.
Okay. 14th floor. Nobody goes in the male toilet because there's this uncle that will sit in the toilet and they keep staring at you. Not the real uncle, obviously. I never stepped into the toilet on that floor. I was stopped at other floors. Okay. That was the story that I heard. B2, if I remember correctly, it's B2 level. Very nasty lah, very dirty, very eerie.
The car park.
The car park, yeah. Huge snakes, real snakes that are found there. So I don't know what if there was any relation, but there are weird things that's in the area. Okay, this one is a funny one. So the Tanki, right? Tanki, we did our 24 click. So much. Everyone freaking tired already. Right, then everyone was back in the bunk. Double-decker bed one. The other time that was double-decker bed. So was the very first bed, right? And he was at the very last bed at the other end, the Tanki. I came off the bunk, going to POP already, fuck lah, you know? It's basically those kind of feeling. Fuck, I was wrapped in the towel, nothing else. Wrapped in the towel. Suddenly he came. Monkey got. Started from the end of the bunk, he started running towards me. First thing I thought of was, fuck, banana.
Because they cut out.
But the truth is that he touched the double-decker bed, he pulled himself up. The next thing, he actually went to the second bed, the top jump. Just jumped. That was really amazing. No way he's physically, he's not there yet. There's no way, no matter how fit we are during BMT, no way we can pull, and then we go to the second. Then he jumped from one bed to another bed, and then he missed the ceiling, that foundation. He smacked on the bam, he fell down. That's the true song. That was.
Then he woke up after that.
Then he couldn't remember a single thing.
What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.